Mm-hmm. Well, good morning, Andrew.
Good morning, Professor Williams.
Well, we know it's morning at least.
Yep. All right. So we're starting on homework 4, which is the behavior-driven design cucumber homework.
Yeah.
And all I've done so far is clone the GitHub repository.
Oh, fabulous.
Mm-hmm. All right. So let's see, I'm actually in the right directory, which is nice. And
Mm-hmm.
I'll do bundle install just to make sure.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta go one more directory down.
Oh, yeah, they nested it.
Yeah, they did. There we go. All right. So let's see what we're doing here. Part 1, create a declarative scenario step for adding movies.
Yeah, before we do that, uh, go ahead and do a bundle install, and then we'll check the database.
Well, I just did the bundle
Oh,
install.
there it is. There it is. Yeah, I was looking away. I looked back and it was like, oh, there it is.
Yep.
Yeah, try a rake. Let's see, a rake DB migrate status. Yeah, DB migrate : status, yeah. And we'll cross our fingers.
No
Uh-oh,
file. Is that the problem?
that's the problem. All right. Um, and if you check the schema, that's the next thing we should check. Uh, have a look at it and see which one is it
Oh.
pointing to.
Did you see that?
Yeah,
It just
yeah.
closed that tab. It was doing that to me last night, and it was closing every tab, no matter what I did. I
You,
got
you know,
frustrated and just gave up on it.
I've had this problem also recently, but it's not, for me, it's not a C9 problem, it's a global problem. And I'm trying to figure out if maybe my mouse is double clicking or doing something stupid. Like if I have a bounce on my mouse.
If it's just clicking randomly,
Well, the thing is, if you create a tab and you keep your mouse there and click again, it's always going to be positioned over that X. Well, I guess it depends on your settings. But yeah, I don't know. I've been having a similar problem, but it's like everywhere I click. Like
it's only
on
doing it to me
Chrome,
here.
on Chrome, I go to dismiss one tab and like several of them all dismiss. It's
Oh, I
really
see what you're
annoying.
saying.
Yeah, yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
I'm
Well,
only
anyway,
getting it in C9.
really, okay. Well, I don't know. I would send a message to support and say, hey, what's going on? You see which migration the scheme is pointing to?
Uh,
Well, that's the number, right?
this big number right here.
This big
Yeah.
number, right?
Yep.
Now look at your terminal again
There goes my
and
tab.
see the. Oh shit! Yeah. And do you see the number of your?
The no
Uh,
file one.
yeah, it's the same number, right? It ends with the 449.
1449. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's pointing to a file that doesn't exist, which isn't really such a good thing. Uh, so we should do a couple of things here and correct it before we start running our migrations and seeding the database. You can enter this database console environment at this point in your, yeah, you can go Rails space DB console, all one word. Yeah, DB console. Okay. And that allows you to find out all kinds of information about your database tables. Um, and let's see. Um, try just issue this there's several commands that are just like a dot and a word, and one of them is dot table, and press enter. Okay, so you see you've got a movies table, and you've got the table that actually contains your schema. Um, so at this point, you'd want to see what the database actually has. So you could do a select star from, and then use schema migrations, and then you have to end this with a semicolon, or is it yeah, it's a semicolon. Schema migrations, semicolon. Yeah. Okay, and you see the two migrations, and one of them is, the file for it doesn't exist.
Yep.
I would suggest the next thing you do, because the information it gives you is more clear. You can turn the headers on, which is dot headers space on. Okay, and then do that command again, just so you see the difference. Select
This one.
star. Yeah, just do that again. All right, so you see that it's showing you the header of what there is to look for in the table, which in the schema is just version.
Right.
It'll give you the version number. So the next thing you could do is just say delete from schema migrations, where, and now you have to give the name of the table header, so that would be version, and then you say equals, and then in quotes you have to give that number, that number that's no good, the one that ends in 449. Yeah. End quote, semicolon. Yeah. Okay. Uh, and then you could do the, yeah, exactly. There you go. And you can do now a dot quit, and you're done.
Right.
And I find that a lot easier. I mean, once you know this, it's easier than having to do, the rollback and the reset and all this other stuff.
Yeah, you're just doing it manually.
Yeah, so see, it's gone. So no worries now. And so you can do your rake db migrate.
All right, but the rate DB
And
migrate status is just getting that information from the that.
well, it's the Rails way of getting like general information from the database, but console gets you right in there.
Okay.
The only issue is that when you're in the console, because you are directly manipulating the database, you don't want to make any mistakes.
Good point. Good point.
Yeah, so we should do a status again, and we should see that the table is up and we're good to go. And then you can seed the database. And as like a triple check, if you want, you can look at the migration again. Yeah, you can. I'm sorry, the schema again, and you should see that now it's pointing to the right thing. Yeah. All right.
Well, that was easy.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
you
it's
here.
easy. It's easier when you know.
Yeah,
If you don't.
exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember when we saw this months ago. I think it took us 15 minutes to figure it out. But yeah, now it's easy. So rake DB seed.
All right.
Okay, and so we're all good to go now. So at this point, we would want to issue those commands, the Rails generate, and make sure you do all of them. I had a number of students that kind of just did this by memory or didn't issue all of them, and then had all kinds of weird stuff because they had half their stuff and not the other half.
What
So it
commands were
should
you issuing
be
here?
Okay, it should be in next. Follow the instructions below to get set up. Okay, where's the? Okay, then right below that should be. Oh, what? Oh, I see. No, this is interesting. I'm actually looking. I'm looking at the next one. Well, this is why this was going on. Uh, Let me share my screen for a second. I just noticed that I inadvertently went to the instructions for the following assignment.
Oh,
Okay. But it tells you how to set up Cucumber, which would be the better thing to do. So let me just.
so do we need to do that, or does this one already have Cucumber set up for us?
I don't think so. No, I'm sure it doesn't. Uh,
It
because
doesn't have
I
Cuke set
just
up?
well, I mean, you can look and see if the directories are there, but uh,
The
all I
features
know
directory is
is,
there.
oh, is it? Oh, maybe it is set up. Okay, maybe that's why it doesn't have the
Features.
instructions. Okay, yeah, it is there. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, no
So
worries.
these instructions would be redundant. Um, yeah. So go ahead and follow those instructions, and I'm going to find the correct repo to look at. I clicked too quickly. Here it is. All right. So let's see. Yeah, so they gave us most of the feature files, which is kind of nice.
So part one is just adding one step to the movie steps.rb file. I'm pretty sure.
Right. Right. And so it's just doing the background step.
Yeah, we're doing the given the following movies exist step.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah. So you're all you have to do is finish um that step definition.
So if I remember right from the bums, we just did something like movie.
Yeah. Yeah, I believe that's all it is. And you can do a quick check and make sure that
Well, I was
you're
just
on
gonna
the
close this tab.
features. Oh,
Oh, it's still there. All right, all right.
oh,
That's encouraging.
fantastic.
So we just do cucumber, right?
Yeah.
Given the following movies exist, right? And that's green, so they do actually exist.
Okay, what's happening is Cucumber will allow you to define fields using this table format. Do you see at the
Mm-hmm.
top it says title and then rating and then release date?
Yep.
So what it does is it takes that first line as the header and it says these are actually fields, and then anything below that is the data for a record with that field.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's passing, which means it's actually um, creating those in the test database. By the way, there's one thing we forgot to do, and I noticed that there seem to be more problems when you do this with RSpec than with Cucumber. I don't know, maybe you did it when I wasn't looking, which is rake db test prepare. Did you do that already?
Oh no, I didn't do that. Should I do it
Yeah.
now?
Oh, absolutely. Rake db test prepare. Yeah.
And what does this command do?
Basically, it just tells the database that we're going to run tests and that Every time we run a test, it should like tear down the previous version and create the new
Oh,
version,
okay.
that sort of thing.
All right. I was talking to somebody else about that command before too, and we couldn't figure out exactly what it was doing. We just knew that we were supposed to do it occasionally.
Right, right. Yeah, I'm trying to remember who I was in a session with, and nothing was passing. It made no sense. And I asked them, "Did you do this?" And they said, "Well, no." And we did it, and then suddenly everything passed. It was just totally bizarre. So apparently, uh, when things were getting set, then you go to the next test, and it would have already this stuff in it, and it would cause the current test to not have the data you wanted. Oh, I'm sorry, but I'm so congested today.
No,
So,
that's all right. It's
so if I'm
spring. That's what
sniffling,
happens.
tree pollen. Oh,
I'm just glad it's nice out for a change.
well, I am too. I mean, I'm thrilled that it's nice. It's just tree pollen is that's my one of my top two worst allergies.
Tree pollen?
Oh
I
yeah,
had a tree
yeah,
pollen allergy when I was younger, and then it like magically went away.
yeah. See, mine just got worse. In fact, every time I've gotten tested for tree pollen, I've had an anaphylactic reaction
Ooh,
when I've been tested. So that for years they didn't even want to treat me because it was life threatening. But
scary.
I just finally I got tested a few months ago because I heard that they have better serums, and so I tried it again. Of course, I went into anaphylactic shock, and I had to have
Oh boy.
epinephrine and the whole 9 yards. But uh, they said it was like chancy, but they thought that they could do it at this point. And at least so far, I haven't had any bad reactions to my weekly shots, which is
Yeah,
amazing.
that's good.
Yeah, so we're hoping that it'll reduce it. I mean, if not eradicate it, at least if I can just get it reduced to something reasonable, then that would be good.
That would be
Uh,
good.
yeah. So we should be good there. And now we're going to work on the tests for filtering. And they're saying happy paths, so we're going to start with, that we're successful in doing what we want to do.
Okay.
Uh,
And what we want to do
so
is
you want to you
restrict to movies. Yep.
okay? Oh, place. Okay. I think yeah. Now, you're checking out web steps.
Yeah.
So,
Just the
web steps supplies common step definitions, which you can either use directly. In fact, sometimes once you write your feature file, it's worth it to run it because you may find that you've already gotten step definitions for what you're asking it to do. If it's kind of generic stuff that everybody does.
yeah, that's
So I'm
smart.
trying to think. What's the first one that we have to work on?
The
Can
first
you kind of
feature.
no the in the instructions? What is it saying? The first. Okay, enter steps. I'm sorry. God, I'm. Uh, yeah, I'm gonna try to stay with it today, but it's gonna be a bit of a struggle. So filter. So we have to first of all define these steps, complete the scenario, restrict to movies with PG or R ratings, and filter movie list. Uh, and you can use existing. Right, right. Um, so it's saying now basically number 2 is saying we have to do this for all these different boxes, and it's do you remember in the chapter it talked about ways of reusing a step?
Yeah, that was a while ago at this point, but yeah, I remember reading it.
Like, it's probably a vague memory, but basically if you find a step that works, but say you have to do it over and over again like in a block,
Right.
you can contain it in your new step definitions. Basically, all you have to do is you say step space %q, and then in the %q, which is of course your string interpolation, uh, you have curly braces where you quote the step that you're using, and then you can, you know, and you can just write your step that
Okay.
way, if that makes any sense. Yeah,
Uh,
I might. I'm
does.
given my allergies today. If I sound incoherent, there's a reason for that.
Understandable.
Oh, yeah.
All right,
So
so we can use that string interpolation technique you were just talking about to use something
right,
from steps to implement this step your movie steps, right?
right. So for instance, when I check or uncheck the following ratings, uh, let's see. Uh, you want to iterate over all the ratings you have, right?
Uh,
And
yeah,
there's a step. If you look in web steps, you're going to see that there's a step for when I check blah blah blah, or when I uncheck blah blah blah. Kind of scroll through and we'll
should
try
be
to
on
find it.
line 89. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. When I check blah, do field, check field. And then you see right below it, when I uncheck blah, do field, uncheck. Okay, so we're actually going to reuse these steps,
Okay.
right? By formulating regular expressions in our step definitions file. So we've got movie steps, and when I check, uncheck the following ratings, do uncheck ratings list. Now, if you see what they're doing here, um, they've got the / on either side of this I on question mark check blah 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 blah, right?
Yep.
Okay, so and you know that the in the parentheses the on with the question mark says that when it tries to match this, it's either going to have that un or not.
Right. So it'll work
Okay,
in either case.
it'll work in either case. So it's going to check the following ratings, and then here in parentheses with the dot star, it's going to pick up whatever follows, and then do, and then what we're doing here is picking up 2 pieces of information. So we have on the one hand the what's in the parentheses, the UN, all right, and it's either going to have the value UN or it's going to have nothing, right, an empty string. And then the piece that we pick up in the second set of parentheses there, the dot star, should be a list of ratings. Uh, so first of all, we need to go to features and set this up. What you might want to do is just go ahead and copy line 24. Just copy it. Yeah.
Yep.
And then let's go to the feature file because we have to, yeah. Okay, so it says enter steps to check the PG and R checkboxes. You can just paste that for now because we want to put something that is in English, but that will match this.
Matches this pattern here.
Right, so when I, and the first test is going to check. Yeah, exactly.
Does that
Uh,
mean uncheck is going to be? What is uncheck actually going to be?
well, it's going to, do you see the way the parentheses are are around the characters UN.
Right.
If the characters UN are there, it's actually going to pick up those characters. It's going to store them. It's going to capture them.
Okay.
If the characters UN are not there, it's going to capture an empty string.
Okay. I was wondering if it was a bool or if it's what you were just describing.
Yeah, no, everything in
It'll be a string.
regular expressions, it's picking up pieces. It's picking up characters, pieces of strings, things like that.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah. So when I check uh, the following ratings, yeah, and then you want to follow it with PG space R. I think that's going to work. When I check the following ratings, PGR, so you can delete 26 now, and let's just do it one step at a time.
Yeah, that's what I was
Let's make
thinking.
sure this exactly. Yeah, make it real clear what's passing, what's not passing. When I check the following ratings, PGR, so go back to movie steps. Oh, and you saved this, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, so go back to movie steps. So now we've got to populate this. So it's saying use string split to split up the ratings list. So you're getting, yeah.
So I
So,
could just say something like ratings equals.
uh, well, oh yeah, yeah. You can get rating list. Uh, yeah, I'm trying to think of how you want to do this. You want to wind up with a block. Uh, let's see. I would just do well, actually, you could just do ratings list, right? Ratings list. Dot, and then split, right? And then start a block.
I gotta give it. I gotta give it what it's splitting on, though, right?
Well,
Like
what's the
that.
default? Yeah, but what's the default?
I don't actually know what the default is. I always just
It
specify.
it's white space.
Oh, well then.
Yeah, yeah.
Do I even need
So
the
nope, nope.
poetry
But
mode?
you do need the do. Start a do end block. You might as well put the end at it. Yeah, yeah. Okay. So now we're going to, since it's going to split it, everything that you wind up with will be a rating. So you're going to do that. And now
This is
you
where we want to
can,
use the
the
web
step,
step, right?
right?
Yeah, see, it tells you right here, lines 89 to 95.
Yeah, that's so handy. That's so handy. Uh, so you can just like copy that when I check. Yeah. Uh,
All right, so
when I now you have to do the step in front of that. So
the
instead of the win, you're going to put step. You can just replace win with step.
oh, I was just going to use that top one for a template and then
Yeah,
delete it.
yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine. So don't forget
And
your
it's
%Q, capital Q, yeah, and then your curly braces, yeah, and now all that you have to put inside there is uh, I check.
it's not when. Oh, it's just I check, not when I check.
No, you don't use the win for this.
That would have thrown me off. All right.
Exactly. When I check, and then it would be if you look at how this is going to play out, it's going to have the word ratings in quotes, right? On the page, it's going to have ratings on the page, and then it's going to reference an index. So before you close off that ratings string, start, no, just Okay, so ratings is a collection. Okay, so how would you show that ratings is a collection?
Wait, is it ratings or rating list?
Well, the thing is, now we're talking about what we're going to see on the page. So, well, why don't you go to the index page and let's look at it.
The Hamel file,
Yeah.
the view. App.
Yeah, because this is what we have to get to match at this point. Okay. So when I check, and do you see where it says checkbox tag? What that string? It's that string up at the top on line 10. On line 10. Yeah. Do you see that string? We have to grab that string. Yeah. Just grab it.
Okay.
And that's what we want to put in there because that's what we're matching.
Close my tab again.
Oh,
All
I
right.
hate
So
that.
we just need.
Yeah. Put that right in there. You don't need the comma. Yeah, that we don't want as part of it. So when I check ratings, the particular rating, and you see you've already got rating as the thing you captured, it'll fill it right in. Right?
Gotcha.
Okay, so that's good. Uh, and you can comment out 29 or get rid of it. Now, the important thing here, the thing that's hard is you have to make sure that each of these things matches exactly. If you have a space in one place and not a space in the other, it won't match.
Yep, or a capital.
Right,
Lowercase in the other spot.
right. So why don't we try this out? Save it and let's try it out. Okay, and I checked the following rate. See, it worked.
Nice. All right, so that's one
Okay,
step.
so now the next step is to uncheck all the other checkboxes.
Okay, so we'll go back to the feature file.
Yep. When I check the following ratings,
It
and
looks like we
I,
just uncheck, right?
and I uncheck blah, 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 all the rest of the ratings, whatever they are. I think it's like G, PG 13. Yeah.
NC-17.
Yeah, as long as you included it.
No,
Okay.
there's no NC-17 in the movie list. Maybe we'll just take that out.
Was it? Oh, okay. Yeah. If it's not in the all ratings. Yeah.
Oh, all
Oh,
ratings.
all ratings is the thing that you have to check. What's in movie model? Movie.
Yeah, it has
Oh, it is there.
NC-17.
Okay, so put it in there. Yeah, regardless. Yeah, okay, you're good there. Now let's look at movie steps again because now we've got to match uncheck, not just check. Um, oh my God, I want to take a roto-rooter to my sinuses. So now we could do two things. We could write a whole new step, which would be inefficient, or we could make use of what we started, where in 24 we are capturing the right?
Right.
Uh, so the more clever way to do this would be to make use of that. And we have uncheck here. Okay, so do you see where it says I check ratings?
Yeah, line 30.
Yeah, well, we could just do a string interpolation here using that uncheck that we captured. So you could put in curly braces, pound sign curly braces. Yeah, just like we did with rating, we could interpolate the value of unchecked there. Now, what happens if we just are if it just says I check blah blah blah? What will unchecked be?
It'll be nil.
It'll
Or
be
an
an empty
empty
string.
Yeah.
Right, so it's not going to affect it. Whereas if un is there, it'll interpolate it there. Okay, so this is a 2 for 1.
Clever.
Yeah, so yeah, save that and let's try that.
Just making sure this is saved too.
Yeah. When I
Yeah, looks good.
Yeah, okay, fantastic. So we're in good shape so far. And then let's see, what is the next step?
Enter step to submit the search form on the home page.
Okay. So we've got to find what's the one for, what is it?
Is there something in web steps?
Yeah, I'm sure there is. I'm sure there is. I just, yeah, I think it's a button, so you have to press it.
When I press,
Right, something, do, button. Yeah, so I think all you have to say here is something like, and I press, and then the name that is associated with the button. And I press, so you'll want to look at your Hamel again. Yeah. All right, so I press. Okay, do you see submit tag? What does it say is the name of the button?
refresh.
Okay, so you have to have that, and with the capital R, etc.
That should be good, right?
Yeah, let's try it. I mean, again, sometimes you put the step in and you find that Web Steps takes care of it. I believe this is one of those times.
Yep.
Fantastic. Okay, so next we have to enter steps to ensure that the movies are visible. Okay, so if you look at web steps, uh, you want to find something that has to do with I should see, something. So just sort of browse and see if we can find anything. And I should see.
Line 113. Then I should
One, yeah,
see.
113. Okay. I should see. Oh, there's one above too. I should see. Page should have content text, so that actually looks easier to match. Uh, so we probably want to verbalize it in this manner. So you have when I check the following ratings. Yeah, and you can, yeah, then I should see, and you could have a phrase here, something like the following movies. Uh, and I usually end it with a colon. And then you can give the title of the movies you should see. Yeah.
Just like that.
Yeah. Okay. And I can get rid of the 32. Then I should see the following movies. And now, because it's a collection, you know that web step only works with one, right? So because actually, you might want to just go ahead and write the next step too, because it's sort of like the above. It's related. You know how we had the check and the uncheck. So you should see, but then I should not see. You know the following movies, something like that. Right.
Oh, I did this wrong.
Oh,
I
did
did the
you?
PG and the G movies. From PG and R.
Oh, yeah. Well, I did exactly the same thing.
Because who filters PG and R together?
Yeah. Well, I think they're just trying to do like that's a more difficult test, so to speak. It's not what you would expect.
Oh, it's really not.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah. I mean, who would do that? Well, we're trying to get one movie for the kids and one movie for us.
Yeah, I guess. Alright, so I don't need this one.
Right. Oh, yeah. Of course, you could have copied it below. Anyone you take out from that list, you can copy below.
So now let's see. Alright. So hopefully that takes care of that.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's right.
But we're gonna have to add something to movie steps, I would imagine.
Yeah, because as I said, we found a matching step, but it deals with one at a time, so we have to make it deal with the collection. So same kind of deal as we already did. Check. Yeah, you probably need to just start a new step altogether, but I would model it on what you have at 24, doing the same kind of thing. So actually, you might want to go to your feature and copy the line. Copy 34 because that's more complete. Yeah. Okay. Now you want to start a, win, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Or, yeah, maybe then. The when and the then, it's just for people. Doesn't mean anything. I, uh, I should. Now, you have to formulate this so it's going to work for not C as well as C.
Like that.
Okay, but will that blank be there if not is not there?
Yeah, so it'll be double space.
Uh, yeah, so you put the space there. Exactly. Exactly. I should see the following movies. Yeah. Yeah. And then you're
Um,
going to have to capture that first one. Call it something.
You can't just call it not, can you?
I'm thinking that's probably a keyword of a sort. So
Yeah.
I would think call it, yeah. That's, or not underscore C. I guess would be more idiomatic. Yeah, and then what's your other one? Well, yeah, movies or movie list. Yeah, that's terrific. Um, okay. And so you're going to start out with pretty much the same thing.
Okay, so now we're doing movie list dot split to
Yeah, now
movie.
here, think about your argument for split.
Because I have commas in here now.
Yeah, and you're going to need them because, some of the
Oh, the
titles have
title.
spaces and things. So you can't use space. Right. Yeah,
All right.
right.
My indentation is messed up.
Yeah.
It was better. And now, is there a web step we can use for this?
Yeah, we found it, remember? But, we have to iterate first. Well, oh yeah, you have the iteration. Okay, so we found what I should not see something like that. It was around 113 or so, I thought. Was that I should 105.
Yeah.
105. Yeah, I think because at this point, once it's parsed, then we just have to match the text.
But we gotta do the whole step %q thing, right?
Yes. Yeah, put your curly brace at the end there because I always make the thing complete before I fill it in. Yeah, I should see. Um, movie, right?
Um. Yeah, but do we have to do the?
So yeah, the string interpolation because it's the title of the movie that we want to see. Yeah. Also, remember that we want to match it with either seeing or not seeing, right?
Yep. So sound.
Yeah, that looks perfect.
Uh-oh. Broke something.
Probably some little typo. Where is it complaining about? What line? I should not see the following movies? What? Unexpected T identifier expecting parentheses. And this is in movie steps. Okay. Movie steps. So where's it expecting a parentheses? This is interesting.
It's not because of this colon in 2001: A Space Odyssey, is it?
No. Let's go back. I'm thinking that let's look at let's look at movie steps. I bet we forgot something. Well, first of all, we never deleted line 33, so that will be making it very yeah. Well, that's what it's I think pointing to. It's expecting the capture group and there isn't one because the parentheses are below, right? Yeah, I think we just forgot to delete that line. Right. Okay. Yeah.
Well, at least there's less errors.
Yeah, yeah. Then I should see. Oh, why don't we have parentheses in there? What? What? This is the step definitions, movie steps, 39. All right. Yeah. Let's look at 39. 39. Then, oh, yeah. Wait a minute. Why is it referencing 39?
There's got to be a problem
Are
with the
we
step
missing?
above.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, well, it's as if we didn't close off our end. It's acting as though 39 is part of 33. Then I should see the following movies. Uh, dot star. Oh, we didn't close off the regular expression. Oh, no wonder it's like this whole thing is one big regular expression. After the parentheses there.
Oh, I need this.
Yeah,
That thing.
yeah, yeah. Okay. Whew. Yeah, once you see it, it's obvious, but
Yeah.
wow, that is fabulous.
Wow. All right. Coming along.
Yes. Yeah, really well. I mean, a minimum of problems, just a few little typos. So we have that's the end of the happy path, isn't it?
Um. Well,
Oh, you
it's
still have to
2.2.
do, yeah, yeah. We still have to do 3, which is all of them. Uh, use your new step definition. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like their suggestion about expecting the rows. I mean, you could pretty much just use the same kind of scenario, and I would do that and not waste time. I'm not a big believer in this. Count the rows, and if they match, it's right, and if it's not, it's just not specific enough, and it relies
Yeah,
on data that I don't think a client would be familiar with.
that's a good point.
Yeah, I always try to keep it something that a client will be able to see and understand without any explanation, even if there's some redundancy. I actually made everything one step, and I mean, I wouldn't worry about it at this point. I would just create a new, then I should see all the movies. So you kind of know what you need to do, right? Um, make sure all the apps, all of them are visible. Um, so it's a little unwieldy, but just list them. Like go to your feature file and say, uh,
So do I do it in another step, like above, like with the %Q thing? Or is there an easier way to do
actually,
it?
let me see the filter movie. Let's look at that first. Filter movie. Okay. So all ratings selected. Oh yeah, see this is it. This is the one. So you should be able to say when I check all of the ratings and I press refresh, then I should see all of the movies.
I just say like that.
Yeah. Then I should see all of the movies.
All right. So do we have a when I check all the ratings step?
Um, I think you have to do. I'm sorry. When I
I just
check.
use the step on line 24 and spell them all out.
Well, I mean, you could. I would at this point make another step when I uh, check all of the ratings. Yeah, I mean, you can combine all this eventually, but for right now, let's. Uh, yeah, you don't even need a a colon after that. Because you can get ratings out of movie all ratings, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So uh, basically, you know, create ratings.
It's like a local variable.
Yeah, just a ratings equals, and then how do you get it?
All ratings function.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, watch your spelling there. You've got an A after movie. Yeah, okay. Underscore, I believe. Right? Yeah. So now you have ratings. Now you can iterate over the ratings. Ratings. Don't forget your do.
Like that, or did I
No,
forget another one?
I think the do comes before. Yeah, the do comes before the block variable there. Ratings each do rating, and yeah, your end. And then basically you have to do what you have in up in 29. And in fact, you don't even have to worry about uncheck because this is just a positive. Yeah, I check. And then that string that you have to capture. Yeah, exactly the same.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I check all of the ratings. Okay, so you've got that part of it. And then go to the feature file. We then have to get, and I press refresh. That's already there. Then I should see all of the movies. All right, so we're going to need, yeah, I should see all of the movies or all the movies. What does it say in the feature?
Oh, good
We
catch. I
have
think I
to,
had
yeah,
all
we
of on
have
the
to
other one.
make sure. Yeah, yeah. I mean, make it consistent either way. Doesn't matter. Then I should see all of the movies do. So just like we got all the ratings, we can get all the movies, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So now we have movies, and then we're going to iterate through them. So the trick here I found with Cucumber is you get the hang of a few of these little typical things, and then you find you can kind of reuse stuff all over the place.
Yeah, you can glue it all together.
Yeah, yeah. And then eventually, I mean, you don't need to do this to get it to pass, but eventually, if you want to, you can dry everything out, and where you have maybe two or three different step definitions, you can use regular expressions to kind of combine them. Uh, but again, it's not necessary.
I hope that this works now.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, what do we do? Movie steps. Undefined local variable or method ratings. Ratings. Well, that's odd.
We're defining it right here.
Yeah. Let me see. Did we not close off something? Movie, all ratings. Ratings. Yeah, movie, all ratings. Let's see.
Yeah, it's right there.
And it's talking about that line, that particular line. When 39. Look at 39. When I check all of the ratings, you don't have it demarcated as a regular expression. Do you see what I'm saying?
Like this.
Yes. Okay. So I imagine it's quite confused.
That's the second time I've done that.
Well, I've done it a million times. I will probably continue to do it a million times. All ratings selected. Oh, we failed this. When I check all of the ratings, I check G. Undefined dynamic step?
Yeah,
Movie
what's the dynamic
steps
step?
42. Movie steps 41 in each. When I check each do ratings, each do rating. Maybe something isn't closed off properly? I don't know. Oh,
Oh,
hold
they
on.
have ratings. Okay, yeah, I see.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's exactly the problem. Because you're saying you're reusing a step and it can't find the step you're reusing. It's just, again, one of those things where you have to word it exactly the way that they say.
Ugh.
Did you rerun it?
Yeah, it's a different line now. It's upset
Oh,
about when
is
I
it?
see all the movies.
Oh, okay. I should see all of the movies do. Movie all. Movies each do. Step. Uh, hmm. That one looks okay. I couldn't read what the error message was. And I press. Then I should see undefined dynamic step. I should see movie. We're getting a similar error message. Movie steps 58. Then it refers to 49. I should
It says
see.
58 or 50.
Oh, I don't. Oh, probably 50. Yeah, I'm
Yeah, I think that's
confused.
50.
Yeah. Because from here it doesn't look like 50 at all. Okay, then I should see all of the movies. Okay, so yeah, let's look at that. I wonder if it's just not different enough that it's matching the wrong thing. 4950. No, it's in the right place. Okay, check all of the ratings. I should see all of the movies. That's exactly what we have in features, right?
It looks the same.
Oh, let me look at it one more time. No, that's not the problem. Movies each do movie. Oh, do we have something extra there? Movies each do movie. Step %Q. I I should see. I mean, I'm trying to figure out if there's a space or something, or a colon, but I can't think of anything that would cause this
Yeah,
problem.
it's
Can you
those
save it
simple
again?
steps.
Save it again? Yeah,
Oh
save it.
yeah, I've done that before.
Yeah, I don't know. Let's run it again. I don't understand why it's not passing. Should see all of the movies. I should see all of the movies. Undefined dynamic step. I should see movie. It's not undefined. So for some reason, it's not matching with the step that it matched with before. Top required. I should see all of the movies.
Why is it I should see percent? Oh, okay, no, that makes sense.
I should see all of the movies. I am mystified. Then I should see all of the movies. And okay, I let me just look at the filter again. Okay, so all ratings selected. When I check all of the ratings, then I should see all of the movies. I mean, that looks perfect. And then we have movie steps. All of the movies. Uh, string. Huh. Oh, I know. I'm an idiot.
Well, me too then, because I still don't see what's going on.
I stepped into this once before, and I'm not seeing what it is. So we're referring. See, you remember how I've said in the past that if you don't give something a really good variable name, it's a lie, and the problem is you believe the lie.
Yeah.
Okay, so what is it in fact? This movie list. What is it in fact that we're looking at? Like when we go to the feature file and we talk about seeing all the movies, are we talking about the movies themselves?
No, we're
Like for
talking
instance,
about the. I don't know
like on
exactly what the word
32,
is.
on 32 and on 34, are we calling out actual movie objects?
No, there's the dummy data that we fed in there,
Well, yeah, but
right?
in particular, yeah, but it's not the whole object, right? It's not like all the fields. What is it that
Oh, it's
we're,
just the title.
it's just the title. Yeah, and when we do movies all, we're forgetting that it's all well and good that we have all the movies, but in fact, we're trying to match an object to a string. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So it's not like the movies each do movie. We need to get the movie title. I wonder if you could
So
just do. Yeah, I wonder. I don't know. I wonder
put it
if you
in
can
here.
do. No, no. I wonder if you can do movies each do and then movie dot title. I wonder if it would take that because of course that's a string. I mean, there are other ways to do it, but I'm just curious if you could do it that dead simple.
No.
Maybe not.
It's
Well,
right,
I was
right
hoping.
there too. It doesn't
Yeah,
like it.
yeah, it doesn't like it. Okay, well, that experiment is over. Okay, well, I mean, we can get all the movies and then use map to get the titles, right? So instead of movies equals movie all, we could say movie all, and then dot. Let's map it to go through all of them. Yeah. So just map or
Uh,
collect, either one.
that map.
Yeah. Yeah. And then you need your curly braces because it's going to be a little block, a little curly brace block. And now we're going to use movie. When we map, we're going to be given one movie at a time.
Mm-hmm.
So you can put those in the pipes. That'll be our block. Yeah. Okay. So our block variable. And now what do we want to do with each movie? We want to get what?
Extract the title from it,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
So is it just movie dot title? So it's going to return the last thing, the last statement.
Okay. Well, this is a block. So what it's going to do is collect all of the titles. No, no. Go ahead. Go ahead. That was right. That was right. Okay. So end the block. End the block. Now this is just instead of doing do and end and all that. Uh, what we're doing here is we're taking all of the movies. Then we're applying map, which is a synonym for collect.
Mm-hmm.
And we're saying take all of the movies one at a time and apply some method to it. Apply some function to it. And in this case, we're going to take title, and then it's going to return not the movie, but the result of what we applied for each movie.
Okay.
So for each movie, we're invoking the title method. It's extracting the title, and then that becomes the thing that's collected together. And so it returns a collection of titles instead of a collection of movies. But do you see what I'm saying about variable names? See, if we had called this movie title to begin with, we wouldn't have stepped into thinking it was a movie.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense now.
Yeah, I'm hoping this will work.
Oh, come on, guys.
Oh my god. What
Come on,
now?
cucumber.
What is
And
it
I should
now?
see
And we saved everything, right? Okay, I should see
undefined
all.
dynamic step. I should see Aladdin.
It's still saying that? I should. Oh, well, we got into it though.
Yeah, because now we're
See
not
that?
seeing an object.
Right. So we are okay. So I should see Aladdin. So it's interesting. It's saying an undefined dynamic step, but it's pulling it out. So it's going to movie steps RB46, and it's not knowing where to go after that. Each do movies. Each do movie. I should see. That's just bizarre. Should movie. Should see. What are we not doing here? There's got to be a space or some little thing that we are missing.
The error message made it look like the step is formatted correctly, though. Just says, I mean, there's no extra spaces or anything in here.
Yeah, yeah. The problem is that it's saying it doesn't match any step, and it should match the same step and web steps that the previous one did, which is pretty strange.
I didn't spell Aladdin wrong, did I?
Oh, I don't know. Well, I mean,
No, that's
yeah,
right.
no, no. Well, I mean, we're saying all of the movies, so it will
Oh,
have picked
yeah,
it
so I
up.
didn't
It
spell
will
it.
have picked it up from the. I wonder what it. Undefined dynamic step. I should see Aladdin. I mean, it looks exactly like what we're trying to get. This is annoying. Uh, this just strikes me as being so stupid. Whatever it is. Let's see. I should see the following movies. Then I should see all of the movies. I don't know. Let's look at web steps again. Trying to think, is there something there I'm missing? Web steps. Okay, so we're trying to match. Okay, I should. Oh, it's putting it in quotes.
It's putting Aladdin, the title, in quotes, and it
It's
shouldn't
putting
be?
the. Well, apparently it is. Now, why did it work here and it didn't work there? That's bizarre. Then I should see, and it's putting it in quotes. Why did it work before? I should see. Huh. I have no idea, but I do know that if you want to match that step, unless it's matching to some other step, and I'm not picking that up. What is this matching to? Feature step, what something steps RB33, but then it's not showing. It's not showing the one that's matching inside. Damn. Okay. Well, we can at least change what we're seeing if we fiddle with movie steps, right? So I
Yes.
should see. So let's just put quotes before the pound sign and after the movie. Well, yeah, we need a space there though. Yeah, and then after that, save it. Remember we had to do that with rating.
Really? That's all it wanted?
Well, I don't know. I mean, the thing is, I'm trying to figure out why it passed the first time.
Yeah, that's really
Look at
bizarre.
that. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Unless, like I said, it's matching something not what I think it's matching. If we look at web steps, maybe we'll find that it's actually matching something different. Like the one with the regular expression, maybe. Uh, yeah, we'd have to keep going. I should see. Okay, so I should see, and that matches text. Oh, see 113? 113, there is no quote.
And that's matching a regular expression. Well, but that
Yeah,
doesn't matter. That's just the name of the variable.
yeah, you would think so. But for some reason, it won't match at 113, but it does match 105. That's peculiar. But at
Well,
least we
maybe it
see.
matches, but then it fails because they have different bodies.
Oh, no, I know that. But obviously, it is passing. Both are passing, but they're passing for different reasons. Text page. Yeah, that's kind of interesting. Well, I wouldn't worry about it. At least we have passing statements,
Yep,
and that
that's what it's
gets
all
us
about.
past. That gets us past the. So now we have to do happy paths for sorting by. Uh,
Title and release date.
yeah. So since the scenarios sort movie feature involves sorting, you'll need the ability to have steps that test whether one movie appears before another in the output listing. Yeah, actually, this is dead simple.
Oh, is it? Because it looks complicated. I'm glad to hear
Yes, it
that. This one
does.
looks harder than part two to me for some reason.
Yeah, and actually, it's. Can we look at movie steps for a second?
Yep.
So they kind of started us off here. So you notice they started off the background and we finished it, and then they have some hints for other things we have to do, right? So we see this. Then I should see something before something. Do
Mm-hmm.
right. Uh, this is uh, the easiest way to do this, I think. Well, I mean, I don't know. It's my opinion anyway. Is that in uh, the entire page body, um, then basically you can just create a regular expression that says capture everything up until like the first thing you want to see, and then capture everything up until the second thing you want to see, and then you would expect that uh, the text in the page would match your regular expression.
Okay. I
Do you
I
see
see
what I'm saying?
conceptually what you're saying. Let me see if I can figure out the syntax for this.
It's just dead simple.
It'll be page dot body, and then is it tilde equals?
Well, you want to formulate your regular expression first. Just kind of do it one step at a time. And this,
Okay.
you kind of, because you're going to use a matcher, you want to give it a variable name like uh, you know, reg expression, regular expression, or something like that, regex or whatever. Yeah, regular expression. Actually, yeah, that's fine. And you want to say it equals something. So formulate, yeah. And so you're going to capture everything.
So is it just star?
It's not star, it's dot star. Remember, dot is any character. Star means accumulate however many times up until you see. What do they have in the block there? They have E1 and E2. So
Mm-hmm.
like expression one, but you'll have to uh, string
String
interpolate
interp.
that.
Okay.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Uh, and yeah, exactly. So that's what you have to match. Okay. And so then you can say really simply, and I think actually you can do this in the form of an expectation. You can say expect now since I'm throwing a little bit of other language in here, you would say, I believe it's page text, not page body. In parentheses,
Text.
yeah, page.text. Yeah. Uh, yeah, but you don't want anything after that. Page text. That's the argument, like without the space. Yeah. And I wouldn't put a space after expect either. So this is sort of a preview of homework 5 where we get into, RSpec. And so after that, you're going to chain it to the method 2 dot 2. Yeah, space. And now you're going to use the method match. Okay, and then what would you use as your argument there? What are we expecting it to match? Yeah. Okay. Now I would say the trickiest thing about this is to go into filter movie list and write your features. Oh yeah. Okay. So I think this is a different file. Okay. So sort movies. So when I follow some movie, sort movies alphabetically. What is this saying? This is a weird hint. Uh,
So
okay.
do I just
I
hard
guess
code
it's
this
just
in, or
saying. Yeah, I guess that is. Yeah, yeah. Now, you can either have a list of them, then I should see this before this, or then I should see this before this, or et cetera, or you can pick out a particular pair where if you see one before the other, it's definitely in the right order, and it's not in the order that it would be in by release date. Does that make sense?
okay?
Yeah, because I mean, there's some of them that they just happen to alphabetically be sort of lower, and they have a lower release date, so that doesn't prove too much.
Well, When Harry Met Sally starts with a W, and it came out in '89,
Mm-hmm.
so
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so
Amelie should
that's
be before When Harry Met Sally, right?
Amelie. Yes, that's a good one. Then I should see.
Is that all we have to do for that?
Well, we have to do it by release date also.
Oh yeah, but I just meant for the first scenario.
I think that should work. Do we have everything saved properly?
I don't
I
know, but
don't.
I'll double check because
I don't really remember doing anything fancy with that. I remember being shocked when I got this far, and it was like I thought, "Oh my God, this is gonna be so difficult." And then it dawned on me about the regular expressions, and I was like, "Well, could it be that easy?" Whoa! How about that?
there we go.
Okay. Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
Not too bad.
Now we go to yeah, same thing. Just find a good representation.
By release date.
Yeah.
Yeah, Raiders of the Lost Ark came out before Chicken Run, and Chicken Run's first alphabetically.
Right, right. That's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Is that everything? That was
I don't
informative. I
know.
think I
Let's see. Is there anything else?
Just the submission, right?
I think so. Success mission, yeah, yeah. So try it. Let me make sure the box is open. Yeah, this one, once you understood the concepts, it wasn't bad at all. But
No, I mean there's
boy,
some
but
trickiness
but
with the
the
syntax.
right. But the first time you do this, it's like something from outer space.
Yep.
Until you just nail it down. All right, let me see. It's gonna take me just a minute. Let's see. Oh my God. You'd think by now I would be not so congested. It's like this allergy medicine isn't even kicking in today. Okay, there you are. Let me see if I can. It is which week? Week.
Or
Okay. Yeah, I think I found it. So, let's see. Okay. 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 Now, don't forget to. Why don't you right now make us not live so we don't forget?
all right, signing off.